Here is the agenda for the Monday, October 19, 2020 virtual special meeting of the Kalamazoo Public Library Board of Trustees.
We are meeting under the auspices of the recently amended Open Meetings Act, allowing for electronic meetings. We have the agenda before us. It's a rather short agenda this afternoon. Are there any changes to it?
Yeah, Lisa, I didn't realize until after the fact that we had the agenda lined up that we need to add an item, assuming that the board agrees to the contract. One of the points of the contract is establishing a healthcare savings plan for all KPLSP members. And in order to do that, as a matter of administrative business, we'll have to agree to a participation agreement with MERS in setting that up. So it's an administrative kind of function, but it does need board approval. So I would like to add that to the agenda after we potentially approve the contract.
Without objection, we will do that. Janice, would you please do the roll call?
Trustee Godfrey.
Here.
Trustee Brown.
Here.
Trustee Williams.
Here.
Trustee Moss.
Here.
Trustee Williams.
Oh, I thought I already did.
Sorry, Trustee Moore.
Here.
That's everyone.
Thank you.
My memory is short, Janice, so I didn't know if I.
Yeah, that was on me.
Okay, all right.
Are there any recognitions, resolutions, or communications?
There are none.
Moving right along, then, this would be the opportunity for persons requesting to address the board. Is there anyone who would like to address us at this time?
There is one person with their hand raised.
All right.
Jeff Messer, Library District resident, frequent Central Branch patron. When I resumed visiting Central Branch on July 7, it was immediately apparent to me that the new 1 hour maximum per day in the building rule was not being enforced. Since then, I have not seen or heard a single instance of this pandemic-only rule being enforced until last week Wednesday and Saturday. Even then, it was only being enforced by one security guard who worked on Wednesday and Saturday. There was absolutely no enforcement of this rule last week on Thursday and Friday when that security guard did not work. My first question is, why is this rule suddenly being enforced nearly 4 months after the library reopened? Under current state of Michigan rules, the library is permitted a maximum occupancy of 50% of the fire code limit, which is 500 people. That means the current legal maximum capacity is 250 people. Apparently, Director Wieber has decided to impose a more restrictive limit of 100 people. That is okay because the vast majority of the time there are not more than 50 patrons in the building, and I am not aware of it ever reaching anywhere near 100. Maybe library staff can provide, immediately following public comment, what the all-time maximum occupancy has been since June 22. The 1 hour limit automatically imposed on the public computers has been effective in keeping building occupancy down. Therefore, enforcing the 1 hour in the building limit against patrons who are not loitering is unnecessary. It is my request that the board direct the library administration to immediately suspend enforcement of the 1 hour in the building limit unless the current occupancy of the building exceeds 75 people. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to address us? Janice, do you see anyone else?
Nope, there's no one else.
All right. We are not going into executive session, so I would ask that we move on to the consideration of the labor contract. Ryan?
Yeah, thank you, Lisa. I'm going to share my screen. I have the tentative agreements on hand, and you all saw those, whether you were in the Personnel Committee meeting or the Finance and Budget Committee meetings over the last couple of weeks. And I want to call out the economic portion of this just as a reminder. There were some non-economic portions, as you recall, but they were changes to language or cleanup language within the contract, and incorporating some of the appendices within the contract itself. And I don't have a clean copy of the contract yet, but give me just a second. I'm going to share this with you. Okay, you should all see that. See that? Okay. So if you recall, there are three main points to the economic agreement. And let me first just restate the fact that our bargaining time with KPLSP was very smooth. We had agreed to push back the negotiation period past what we normally do, which is an April through June time period. And this was largely due to concerns of KPLSP members, leadership at the table, hoping to do this in a live environment rather than virtual. Well, we couldn't avoid that, so we did eventually have to go virtual. And at the table for KPLSP, it was Lori Bauma, Carlos Santiago Lugo, Derek Johnson, Alex Hudson, and that's it. And then for KPL, Terry New, Namdi DK, and Jared Wilson. And overall, it was a fairly quick process. We actually started, I believe it was the last week of August, and met once, sometimes twice a week, but wrapped it up 4 or 5 weeks later. They agreed to the TA, to the tenant agreement last week. It was, we found out on Friday. So here we are today to quickly enact some things, because as a result, we would have to make some changes to our payroll system in order to accommodate some of the points I'm going to just mention here. So again, the top number one point is all the KPLSP members who are topped out or out of steps will receive a 2% not to base payment based on their final 2019-2020 salary. That payment will be made in the last pay period of October, which is next Friday, a week from Friday. And this includes members in Step G and Step G with more than 20 years of service. So there are 2 steps within G, and that totals a number of 21 employees, 21 KPLSP employees out of the 37 in that group who are topped out. Another consideration here is the early retirement incentive for employees in the MIPSers retirement system, and where we would offer early retirement at 50% of their 2020-2021 base salary. And then, of course, all payments shall be subject to Social Security and Medicare taxes, known as FICA. Employees must retire no later than December 31st and make their written election to retire on or before the 1st of December. And point 3 is the retiree healthcare savings plan. This is where the union came to us in the form of a proposal, and we agreed to it. And through some bargaining, we settled on and agreed upon that the library would make a one-time payment of $150 to each KPLSP unit member into their MIPSers MERS healthcare savings plan account on that last pay period of October, again, which is a week from this coming Friday. And then thereafter, starting in the last pay period, the library will also contribute $260 per year paid in installments of $10 per pay period into each member's HCSP account. And then in addition, all members shall contribute 0.5% of their annual salary to the healthcare saving plan on a pre-tax basis. So again, the library is contributing to this, and then employees within the group would also contribute as well. And thus, that's why I'm bringing forth the participation agreement with MERS potentially after this, if the library board agrees to adopt it or to approve this agreement. I'd be glad to answer any questions you may have. I know we had good discussions during the committees when they met, and not sure if anyone in the Finance and Budget or Personnel Committee has anything to add, or if you have any questions.
Any comments or questions about the agreement? Is there a motion to approve the contract?
I move we approve.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Any further discussion? Janice, would you please call the roll?
Oh, there it is. President Godfrey,
Yes?
Trustee Brown,
Yes.
Trustee Williams,
Yes.
Trustee Moss,
Yes.
Trustee Moore.
Yes.
I believe that's everyone.
Thank you. The contract is approved. Ryan, do you want to go on with the MERS Health Care Savings Program?
Yeah, so this is it's a great program. It protects employees, retirees, long term. Once they've left the library employ, they could take advantage of this, assuming that they're qualified and of retirement age. And this is not. This is also enacted within the admin and super tech group here at the library. And now by adding KPLSP, we're just, we don't have the KPLA group as part of it. But this is it's a great thing. Both parties are contributing and it's protecting them long-term. So what you have in front of you is really just an administrative document that indicates to MERS who's covered, what those effective dates are, fact that it's pre-tax, and there's the pre-tax part. So not much more than that. And then the date that you guys approved it. So pretty simple. It's what we already have in place when we set it up for admin and super tax.
Any questions or comments for Ryan on this item? Since we've already sort of agreed to it, is there a motion to accept this contract?
I move that we accept the contract.
Is there support?
Support.
Further discussion? Janice, would you please call the roll?
President Godfrey,
Yes?
Trustee Brown,
Yes.
Trustee Williams,
Yes.
Trustee Moss,
Yes.
and Trustee Moore.
Yes.
That's everyone.
Thank you. There being no other business to come before us today, are there comments by trustees? Bob?
See you on Monday.
Jannie?
Next Monday, yeah.
See you Monday.
Anna?
I'll agree with that sentiment.
Jennifer?
Ditto.
I guess that means you're all going to be there, so
Of course.
if there is nothing else, then we will stand. Well, I would just say, Ryan, if we could have some follow-up, the status of occupancy for the library and get back to us on that.
Will do.
Thank you. If there's nothing else, then we will stand adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Here are the Kalamazoo Public Library District's special pandemic rules as prominently posted on their website, including the one that reads, Patrons will have 1 hour maximum to browse, use the computer, and check out materials. What is the purpose of this rule? Should it be enforced when library occupancy is consistently well below the greatly reduced pandemic maximum? Please share your thoughts in the comments section of this video. Then, please click the subscribe button to be informed of more videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching.